Charlie, the lion who couldn't roar. Once upon a time, in the heart of the African savanna, lived a proud and respected lion couple named Mama Leah and Papa George. The other animals in the pride loved and admired them for their bravery and wisdom. One beautiful day, Mama Leah conceived a cub, and the news of her pregnancy filled the entire pride with joy. On a chilly winter night, she gave birth to a beautiful male lion cub, and they named him Charlie. Charlie grew up as a happy and playful cub, his spirit shining as bright as the sun. One day, a group of curious cubs from the pride invited Charlie to join them in a game. It was a contest to see who could roar the loudest. Billy let out a mighty roar, making the ground rumble. Eddie roared even louder, sending birds scattering from the trees. Sean managed to produce a roar, but it lacked the ferocity of his friends. It was finally Charlie's turn, and all the cubs gathered in anticipation. But to everyone's surprise, Charlie couldn't produce a roar. All that came out was a faint squeak. His playmates burst into laughter, and Charlie, feeling embarrassed and hurt, fled to his mama. Mama Leah and Papa George had never realized that their beloved son couldn't roar like the other cubs. The children who once invited him to play now ignored him, and Charlie became increasingly lonely. Worried for their son, his parents decided to take him to the lion doctor. The doctor examined Charlie but couldn't figure out what was wrong. Sadly, he told the family that Charlie might never be able to roar. This news weighed heavily on the lion cub and his parents, leaving them all very sad. Charlie couldn't eat for days, and he finally decided to run away because he could no longer bear the taunts and insults from the other cubs. As he headed towards the river, he noticed something strange. The other cubs were screaming, but it was not playful shouting. It was a terrified cry. A young hyena was about to pounce on Eddie's little sister, Mia, who was begging for her life. Charlie, despite his own troubles, couldn't stand by and watch. He ran forward and yelled at the hyena, "Hey, why not give the little girl a break and take me on? Are you scared?" The hyena laughed at him and teased him, calling him the weakest and lamest member of the pride. But Charlie stood his ground. With a swift paw, he scratched the hyena, almost tearing it apart. The hyena cried out in pain and fled, leaving Mia unharmed. The other cubs celebrated and cheered for Charlie. Eddie thanked him for saving his beloved sister, and everyone realized that being different didn't make Charlie any less of a lion. They apologized to him, and Charlie, with a kind heart, forgave them. Charlie returned home with a sense of happiness and pride, apologizing to his mama and papa for wanting to run away. His parents hugged him tightly and assured him that he would always be loved, no matter what. The pride learned an important lesson that day. Being unique and kind is something to be celebrated, and Charlie the lion, who couldn't roar, was indeed a hero in their eyes. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.